Welcome. Today we're diving into one of the most fundamental skills for anyone who writes anything, the paragraph. And by the end of this, you're going to have a super simple but powerful blueprint that will help you write with total clarity.
You know that feeling, right? You've got this brilliant point you want to make, but when you try to write it down, it just comes out as a jumbled mess. Your idea gets lost, and whoever's reading it is just left confused. It's so frustrating, and it's a problem we're going to solve right now. The thing is, the solution isn't some big, complicated secret. It's actually a really simple, reliable blueprint that anybody can learn. Because here's the deal. The paragraph is the basic building block of clear communication, and today we're going to master it. So to really get this blueprint, we've got to look at the anatomy of a great paragraph. We're going to take one apart, piece by piece, and see exactly how it works its magic. All right, so let's check out this model paragraph. It kicks off with, making a homemade cake is not as easy as it seems. Okay, so that's the main point. Then it walks us through the steps, preparing ingredients, the baking process, decorating, and wraps it all up with, in short, baking a cake requires preparation, patience, and skill. See that flow? It's so clear and organized. And that's not by accident, it's by design. Now, let's pop the hood and see what's going on. And this table here, it lays it all out for us. This simple three-part structure. Every single strong paragraph is built on this framework. You've got a topic sentence that makes a promise, supporting sentences that give you the proof, and a concluding sentence that ties it all up in a neat bow. So first up, the topic sentence. The best way to think about this is like it's the mission statement for your paragraph. It's usually that very first sentence, and its job is super important. It tells your reader exactly what's coming next. It has the topic, what you're writing about, and the controlling idea. Basically, the point you want to make about it. All right. After the topic sentence come the supporting sentences. These are the real workhorses of the paragraph. I mean, if your topic sentence makes a claim, these sentences are the ones that back it up with evidence. They're your details, your examples, your facts, all the stuff that makes your reader go, okay, I get it, I'm convinced. Without them, your topic sentence is just, well, an empty promise. And finally, we've got the concluding sentence. This is your wrap-up. Its job is to give the reader that nice sense of closure. It's pretty clever, actually. It restates the main idea, but in new words. And it basically signals, hey, I've made my point here, and we're done with this idea. Okay, so having that solid structure is absolutely key. But what's the difference between a paragraph that's just okay and one that's great? Well, beyond the blueprint, there are a few key qualities. Let's think of this section as our little inspector's checklist. Okay, two of the biggest ones you need to know are unity and coherence. They sound a little academic, but they're super simple. Unity just means you stick to one main idea in your paragraph. No going off on tangents. And coherence, that's all about the flow. It's making sure your ideas are in a logical order and everything connects smoothly, maybe using little transition words like first, next, or because of this. So this all comes together in a simple 4-part checklist. Ask yourself, does my paragraph have unity? Is it focused on one idea? Does it have enough support? Are there good details? Is there coherence? Does it flow logically? And finally, is the language good? Correct grammar and punctuation. If you can check all 4 boxes, you've got yourself a fantastic paragraph. So you might be wondering, does this blueprint work for everything you write? The answer is a big yes. But what's cool is that it's super flexible. You can adapt it for all kinds of different writing jobs. Just look at all the different types of paragraphs you can build with this thing. Whether you're describing a beautiful scene, telling a story, explaining something in a work email, or trying to persuade your boss in a presentation, that core structure, topic, support, conclusion, is always your foundation. The blueprint stays the same, even if the final building looks totally different. All right, enough theory. Let's get practical. How do you actually do this? We're going to break it down into a simple 3-step plan you can start using, like today. First, forget about staring at a blank page. That's the worst. Instead, think of writing as just 3 simple steps. Plan, draft, and then revise and edit. That's it. Let's walk through each one. Step 1 is all about the plan. Seriously, before you even think about writing a full sentence, you have to know where you're going. So you brainstorm your ideas, pick out the most important ones, and then arrange them in an order that makes sense. A quick outline is like your GPS for the paragraph. Okay, step 2, drafting. This is where you put that 3-part blueprint we just talked about into action. You write your topic sentence, you build out the body with all those great supporting details, and then you stick the landing with a strong, concluding sentence. And finally, step 3, and this is so important. Revise and edit. This is the step that takes good writing and makes it great writing. You gotta read your work out loud. Trust me, it works. Check for clarity, hunt down any grammar mistakes, and maybe swap out a few words for better ones. Just remember, all good writing is really just rewriting.
So, at the end of the day, why does any of this matter? It's simple. When you master the paragraph, you master clear communication. It might seem like a small thing, but it has a huge impact on how well you can share your ideas with the world. Look, if you forget everything else, just remember this one thing. The number one. One paragraph should have one and only one main idea. That is the absolute secret to clarity. It's like the source material says, a paragraph is a unified group of sentences that develops one main idea. That's it right there. It's a self-contained little package of thought built to deliver a point with real power and precision. Okay, now it's your turn. Time to put this into practice. Think about an email you have to send later, or a report you're stuck on, or even just a social media post you want to write. What's the very first paragraph you're going to improve using this blueprint? Go on, give it a shot.